Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to show you how to make a copycat Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. Oh, it's trending right now and everybody's trying to make these. I want to make them because they sound delicious. Now there's many ways that you can make the crust. I've seen them. They're like, you can use pizza crust, you can use homemade pizza crust. I'm going to be using dinner rolls, which I've seen also, and that seems more likely. Y'all come on down and let me show you how we're going to use these to put these crazy puffs together. First thing we're going to do, melt a stick of butter. All right, make sure all that butter's nice and melted. 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Italian seasoning, 1/4 teaspoon. Shake it in. Now my butter is already salted butter. I'm not going to add any salt. Combine this together. Those Italian flavors going. What we're going to do is slather this into our muffin tins, the original size. Just go up the sides and the bottom. Oh, it smells good. Why wouldn't it? Now I have these on a sheet pan. It's just easier to work with. And plus later on in the cooking process, the butter won't ooze out and go into my oven. It'll go onto the sheet pan. So if you want to line the sheet pan, you can do that also for easier cleanup. We're going to set this aside for later in the recipe. Let's bring over our dinner rolls. I'm using the Rhodes Thaw, Rise, and Bake dinner rolls. I'm going to cut these open. Any unused dinner rolls, the frozen ones, I tend to put in a Ziploc bag with the package here. All right, they come out looking like this. They're frozen. We're going to put one in each muffin tin. Make sure you put these back in the freezer. That way they don't start thawing out on you and become one big roll in there. I'm making 12 today. You can make as many as you want. I'm going to place these in the oven. I'm not turning it on, but it is a nice warm place to help rise our rolls. And I'll be back once these are thawed and have risen. It'll take a couple of hours. There we go. Look how puffy those look. These took about 2.5 hours in my oven. I turned the light on to kind of give it a little warmth in there, and that helps speed up the process. Okay, we've got to make holes in these so that we can put some yummy ingredients in there. I'm going to be using a wooden rolling pin, and I'm just going to place it into the center of the roll, puff it out, push it up against the sides, make it nice and dention in there just like that. All right, we're going to do this one. You just push it in. It deflates the air that's in there. We're going to push it up against the sides. Now remember, it's already got the butter, and that'll help prevent these from sticking, but it'll also give it that delicious flavor because it has the garlic in there and the Italian seasonings. I saw these, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try to make these. I think they come in an order of 4 at your Little Caesars, but make your own. You can make a whole bunch of them and not spend a whole bunch of money. I got 3 hands today.
4 if needed.
Now you can use whatever you have to make your hole in your dough here. You can use a spoon and just spread it out, as long as it gets to the edges and you have lots of room in there for all your good ingredients, right? Which we're going to be using pepperoni today, but you could put whatever you want in yours. All right, we got these all done. Now remember that butter that we saved from earlier? Had all that delicious Italian seasonings, garlic. I put it in my microwave for about 20 seconds just to get it nice and melty. And then what we're going to do is take that brush, we're going to slather it inside the dough. Got to give it some flavor. Now don't oversaturate, but we do want some flavor. We're going to be using some Classico pizza sauce. You don't need too much. We're going to place it right in the center Now you don't have to heat the sauce up or anything. It's going to cook in the oven. Such a quick, easy way to make some pizza. We need a little bit more right there. We're going to take some shredded mozzarella cheese, place some right in on top of that sauce. And we'll finish off over here. There we go. I took some pepperoni and I kind of just cut them into quarters or halves, and what I'm going to do is just place on top of the cheese a few slices. Load them up. Load them up, right? Might have been skimpy on that one there. These taste so good. My husband likes the HEB brand of the pepperoni. Doesn't like the Hormel or anything like that. It's got to be the store brand. Isn't that funny?
HEB.
I'll show y'all what they look like. Right here. HEB. Now if you want to use turkey pepperoni, you can do that. I'm going to make sure there's plenty of pepperoni in these. We're going to go back with the cheese. I'm going to sprinkle some parsley on top, give it a nice color. You can do a more Italian seasoning if you want to do that. I'm going to take a whole pepperoni and put it right on top. These are going to puff up so nicely because these are those dinner rolls, and you know what they do. They puff up. There we go. And finish them off over here. Now I have my muffin tins in a sheet pan, kind of a deep lip one. That way if there's any butter or anything like that, it doesn't go into your oven. It could cause a fire. So make sure that you put these on a sheet pan. That way any of that excess butter that you have doesn't go out over, okay? And it'll go into your pan. You can cover this with some foil or parchment paper if you want to do that also to keep the mess cleaner. I've got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. Now I'm basing this off of the package that my rolls came out of. And it says to bake these for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna take the rest of that butter and just kind of slather it on top. We're gonna let these sit in the pan to cool down and soak in the rest of this butter. All right, let them rest a few minutes. These are the perfect appetizer, the perfect lunch or dinner. Anytime you want pizza, make your own. Look at this. Nice and golden brown. Cheesy, saucy. Let's give that a bite. That's delicious. Make your own. Don't forget to put some marinara sauce in a bowl for everybody. My Little Caesars Crazy Puffs with pepperoni, my copycat recipe. Y'all let me know what you think. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment down below. Also, make sure you like the video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way, you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.